I do need my phone, but it's okay. I'll do something. I'll do it a different way this time.
You can use
And
it.
plus, I highly doubt there's going to be a lot of people.
Is it mayonnaise or actually extended?
If you need it back, let me know. Wait, what's that doing?
Cats. I hear cats.
I'm like, so. Good morning, everyone. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Yeah, there's nobody in here. Let's see. All right. So good morning, guys. Obviously, nobody's really going to come in right now, but it's okay. Because this is perfect, because I am going to do the watch list videos anyway. So, Chester. I hope that guy comes in. There's somebody that was saying I was telling people to buy when someone was selling 11 trillion or something. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm not telling anybody to buy. I look at everyone else's coins, telling you what I'm buying. It's just people. I don't think people like that listen to the entirety of the videos. Let me see what he was talking about though. Etherscan. Chester. Yeah. So what is this guy talking about on Elon? So someone's selling 11 trillion. I guess let me look at the transfers. Yeah, I don't know what the person was talking about. I hope he joins. I told him to join the Discord, join the live stream. But guys, this live stream is just to chill, and also I got my update videos to make, so I'm going to, and also take some coin requests too. But I gotta work on the update video, and I just decided, I just figured we might as well look at your guys' coins too. D Nice Dawn, can you look at Ski Mask Saw? Dude, I hope you always come in here and you ask for it, so I mean, I really hope you make it. I really hope this makes it. Okay, so like 55 million. 1 billion total supply, pretty standard. What's the locked liquidity on here? Okay, so 1.8 million locked liquidity. That's not a lot, but that's also good that it does have some locked liquidity. Yeah, so for Ski Mask, you can see the RSI came up, or sorry, the stock RSI actually went up, so it's bullish right now. And then the RSI is no longer oversold. And we got a nice little bounce. So theoretically, if you bought when the RSI was in the red, then you would be up 28% right now, and then you would have had the opportunity to sell at 95%. So, but just be careful. Remember, you don't want to make lower highs and higher. You don't want to make lower lows and lower highs, and then validate this downtrend. So that's why we have these two lines here at 2.5 cents and 4 cents. So, just keep in mind. Also, I should just delete this, yeah, there we go, because I'll have my phone back. Anyway, yeah, so we have support at 2.5 and 4 cents. If that breaks, then we're probably going to go back down. And good luck with it. Taking a look at Goldfinch, update video on Goldfinch. Yeah, so we actually made a video last night. Nothing has changed from last night's video, like we said. From the high to the low, we need to get back over 92 cents, which we did say, and then we have $1.93 in play. And then in terms of support goes, because we are technically bearish, unfortunately, because we are bearish, and you can see that Goldfinch has the 618 support at around 92 cents. So it's a very key point, right? It's a 236 from the high to the low, and it's a 618 from low to the high. So we have no more support until 55 cents. Now that doesn't mean it has to go down. It doesn't mean it has to go down that low. It just means that theoretically, like, and this is exactly what we talk about. It's like, you know, people don't understand why we look at these targets. But for example, if I was in Goldfinch, I would personally not, like, I would be in and I wouldn't put any more money in. And if I were to buy for whatever reason, if I'm like, hey, I want more Goldfinch, I would wait until it hits the next area of support because it's such a big drop and it would be a good buying opportunity. That's what that means. And then people are like, oh, like these don't, like this information doesn't mean anything. And it's like, yes, it does. Like if you're the one buying the coin, you're the one asking for us to look at the coins, and you need to take this information and integrate it part of your game, your strategy, your game plan. So I hope that made sense. Anyways, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Sanjeevan, can you check MOG token? Yes. Hey, check it out. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh cup. Look at this. It has Dark Magician and then blue eyes on the back. And then when you put coffee in it, it warms up and then the image comes out. Yeah, this is I don't normally make the update videos on live stream, but I figured it's like 6:30 o'clock, so nobody's gonna be here. But MOG is on my watch list. Check it out. So MOG is on my watch list. I am waiting to buy in. I know you're waiting for me to tell you that I bought in. I am going to. Again, it's on my watch list. It's and it's on Coinbase. So, but I'll tell you where I'm gonna buy. And don't be mad at me, because I want to get it for as cheap as possible, and in case we get a flash crash, right? Because if we get a flash crash, then that's a good buying opportunity for me. Taking a look at MOG on the live stream. So making my update videos on the live stream today. So like we said before, from the low to the high with MOG, the next area of support is 603, which is the 382. Which we would still be macro bullish if we do get a bounce from there. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to come down that low. And also keep in mind that before that point, I mean, we still have different areas of support. Like we have 43, and then we have 40. So we do have a lot of area of support down here. But if this does break, then I would say we're going to get a much bigger capitulation. Again, there's going to be no more support. Now, from the low to the high, I would say for MOG, it needs to break over 5012 because it can come up here and get stuck in resistance. Now, it can also, we also need to break 5027 because if we don't, then we're gonna get some sort of structure where you're making a lower high and then you're gonna be making a lower low, right? Which is probably gonna take us to 603 at that point. So we really need to break over 12, which will confirm that we're no longer bearish on the short term. And then on the long term, 27 needs to break, double top, breakout, and then you'll get that higher high. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and thank you. Thoughts on Bitcoin? Well, I'm glad you asked. CyberKurd, what's up? CyberKurd. Did you know the Kurdish people are very, very, very loyal and have a lot of integrity and are very they're very unique people. Did you know that, CyberKurd? I don't know if you're Kurd, but I figured I'd just tell you because of your name. Sanjeevan for a super chat. You think MOG can do a 5x? Let me see. Let me bring it back. Okay, hold on. So if it goes up to the higher high, we have a 4013, which would actually be pretty interesting if it actually goes up that high. From right now to there, oh, that's a 20x. So you're looking for a 5x? Hold on. A 5x is going to put the market cap at 1.25 billion. How high has it been? Oh, it's been, yeah, is it a 5x back up to its all-time high? Yeah, it is. Do I think it could 5x? Okay, Sanjeevan, I think that you need to consider this because you can go, you know, you could go, it's not a 5x, it's a 3x. So from the current from the current price to the 786, it's a 3x. It's not a 5x. So if you're going to be holding for a double top, that might not happen. So just keep in mind that, again, if you like, we've seen this every single time, right? Where you come up and then you get rejected and you make a lower high and it goes down. So at 3x, you should probably consider, maybe selling a portion or whatever, do whatever you want and what's best for you. But if MOG is going to do what the other major meme coins did, Pepe, Shiba Inu, and Dogecoin, then this thing could go 20x. This thing could go to 5 billion market cap, because a 20x is, 20x would be a 5 billion. So it could go another 10x from there in theory. But you got to ask yourself, is MOG coin that coin, right? So I think 3x is more realistic. 5x, if it does, then I don't think we're going to come all the way back up here and then double top and then drop. I think that we're listed on Coinbase. You're getting a bunch of listings, so it's probably going to push it back up and make an all-time high. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, I'm Curd. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome, man. I think I'm Curd too. I think I'm Curd too. So I think we're brothers in that aspect, even though we probably don't like saying that because we're not like that, right? But people are like, "Oh, brother," and it's like, no, I have my brothers. Does that mean you speak Farsi? Does that mean you speak Farsi because you're Kurd? And these cats are going crazy. I'm assuming because Kurd is like in Iran, so Kurdistan, which is, I don't know, like there's a long history there. I'm not too versed on it, but I'm assuming you speak Farsi. All right, let's see. Holding 54 billion. Hey, Solon, if you if we look at MOG and it comes back here, you got to really consider. But who knows? Like it might go to the 20x. So you got to really maybe sell on the way up. Is there a chance this market will pump today? Toshi. Yeah, I have Toshi on my watch list, so I'll take a look at it. And then I got to look at Bitcoin, right? Yeah. Yeah, so can you take a look at Bitcoin? Cybercrypto. Okay, so Bitcoin, check it out. So the fear, I have a couple things I want to show you with Bitcoin. So the fear is at 20. First of all, we are in a 2-year low on the fear and greed. We're almost in extreme fear, okay? This hasn't happened. The last time this happened was September of 2023, which the fear was at 32 and the price was 25,000. So it was even higher. It's 35. The next time, like the closest time that we can see is 26, right? 26. I thought it was lower. Yeah, 26 at 53,000. Okay, so now it's at 20. So it's been as low for the last 2 years, and the price is at 80. What is it at? It's at 80 something thousand, right? So I think that that's very bullish in the long term. There's only so much selling. Everyone thinks like it's going to go to zero. Everyone thinks that we're going to get a capitulation, and that's exactly what the market does. That's exactly what you're supposed to think, right? So it's normal to think that and feel like that. Clearly, these indicators are telling us you just got to connect both of them. You got to connect your feelings and be like, hey, it's normal for me to think like I'm going to lose all my money right now and it's going to zero. That is possible, right? It is crypto. But I'm just saying that's very normal. Now, the next thing I want to show you guys is the Bitcoin targets, right? So in terms of BTC goes, you can see we're still over the 382 at 73,000. So I'm not bearish until we break below this. Once we break below this, then I'd be sweating, okay? And then from the low to the high, you can see we actually have support at 78, which we actually, look, we actually hit 78,000. So I feel like we're fine. On top of that, look, like last time from this high to the low when we consolidated, that was a 34% drop, okay? So we actually capitulated 34%. Everyone was like, oh, it's over, we're going to zero. Now, this one is a little bit higher. Oh, no, it's not even at 34, sorry. That's what I meant. So this is 34, right? And from this top to where it went to is at 28. So theoretically, 34 would put it around the lower end of 73,000. So again, this is another indicator for the 6 people in here. Like, hey, everything's going to be okay, because look, it's happened before and we felt the same way this time. And the third thing that I wanted to show you guys is the Bitcoin dominance. So the fact that we still haven't even gotten alt season and the Bitcoin dominance hasn't dropped means that I don't think Bitcoin, although it feels like Bitcoin's over, we're only down 28% from its high. Everyone's scared about it. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, we're going to zero. But the truth is that we're not, like, it hasn't even went down as low as like it's done previously, right? So I think people are going to be in disbelief when we get something like this, and we're going to get alt season when this happens, okay? So people are going to be in disbelief when we go down 56%, right? So we're going to go down 56%, let's just say, and then all of a sudden you're going to make a higher high and you're going to go up 152%, right? So that's why I think we're fine. We haven't gotten alt season. I haven't made money. I know some people say, oh, like it doesn't work like that. Just because you haven't made money doesn't mean that we're gonna get alt season. No, that's like right now. This feels like a total shakeout. This feels like that like everything that you're feeling is like, hey, we felt this in the past where we just think it's never gonna go up. We think it's gonna go to zero, and it doesn't. And it's a little bit extremified right now. So at least that's how I know. And if I'm wrong, then I'm gonna suffer the consequences, because DOGELON MARS is going to add a zero, blah 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 blah, like all this, and I'm going to lose most of the money that I'm up. So anyway, I hope that all made sense. I know that's a lot of information, but I hope the measurements and everything like that, it just makes sense and you guys kind of understood it. But anyway, let's read the chat. Toshi, yeah, let's look at Toshi. I gotta make a video on that. Kurds are about 40 to 50 million. We are at many places, most Iraq, Iran, Turkey, Syria, in some places, Russia. I'm from the Iraqi part. I just speak Kurdish and English and some Arabic. Oh, that's cool. Well, nice to meet you, Cyber Kurd. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was like 40 million, 50 million people. I thought I know that it is a very small group of people that are Kurds. Thanks for the Hopium Meow. Can you please take a look at XYO? Yeah, I just did an XYO video last night too. And let's look at Toshi and then XYO. Yeah, it's crypto, brah. Says we're in a bear market. I don't know if he's worth listening to though. Oh, yeah, it's crypto, bruh. Says we're in a bear. Guys, just because we're in a bear market doesn't mean that your coin isn't gonna go up. Like I say this every single time. A lot of like Bonk, for example, we weren't even in a bull run. Whoever bought Bonk just bought a good coin that ended up running without an alt season. So you guys got to understand this too. You're like, and before you put your money into any coin, you need to really think about it, because it's like, hey, is this coin a good coin? Is it going to get partnerships? Because if the answer is yes to those, then there's no reason why the coin wouldn't be able to run. We don't have to wait. We're not even waiting for alt season. That's just like another thing to add. It's not so much the main thing, which is like, hey, this coin has a lot of potential. This coin has a lot of opportunity to make money. So, for example, one of the coins that I was in that unfortunately I sold and then it mooned was Pendle. This coin, what the heck is this coin? I know it was on Coinbase, right? This thing started running in 2021. We didn't have an alt season in 2000. The entire market was dying, and look at this graph, right? So take this concept and apply it to your coin. I know people are just saying are fixated on alt season and that's it. But the truth is that we don't need alt season if you have a good coin, and that if you have a coin that's going to go up, if you have a coin that's that has that's if you have the coin that's the coin, right? Of course, it's Pendle. Another one was Bonk, right? Bonk started going up in the bear market. Like what the heck is bear 2023? Like where was Bitcoin in 2023? Right? Bitcoin was here. Bitcoin was at 27,000 when all the coins are making lower lows, right? So just take that into consideration, because I know again people are like, hey, we're in a bear market. It's not where, yeah, but you're probably looking in like just getting rich quick and alt season because it's happened in the past, blah blah blah. But if you're looking at if you're looking at a coin that's like actually good and gets partnerships and and is doing something, then you don't even care about alt season. One day you're going to wake up and it's going to be Bitcoin's is going to be at 25,000 and your Bonk's going to be up 40,000%, right? So don't so much fixate. I know a lot of people just fixated on bear market. It's either bearish or bullish, and it goes for individual coins, right? People want to kind of pool everything together into one, but every coin is different. So it's like, yeah, is Bitcoin bearish? No, Bitcoin's at 83,000, guys. Like, how is that bearish? Bearish would be Bitcoin going from 63,000 last cycle to 15,000. I would say, yeah, hey guys, that's very bearish temporarily, but look at what happened in the long term anyway. Now we're at 8. Now we hit 108. So there's just hopium for you guys, like just to kind of like look at it different. Cybercurd for 5. I hope we make it, sir. God bless you. Yes, God bless you too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And thank y'all. That's awesome. Yeah, I hope we make it. I really hope we do, because if we don't, then we're stuck, right? Unfortunately. I gotta drink some of my mud water coffee. Okay, let's start. Let's look at Toshi and then XYO. Sorry, I kind of had to. I hope this connects with like some of you guys, but if you're like if you're way invested in, if you're always looking at your phone and stuff, and which I do too, and that's perfectly normal. It's just we want to get out of here. It's super unhealthy to keep doing that. Taking a look at Toshi on the live stream, making an update video. So we actually just ended up making an update video, but I'm making my update videos now on the live stream. So kind of switching it up a little bit. It is really early in the morning, so I didn't think, I really don't have that many people watching anyway. So nothing has actually changed with Toshi. On the macro perspective, from the low to the high, we really need to get over 59. The next area of support is 39. So 30 is 39 for Toshi. On the shorter time frame, you can see we also have support. Oh no, we're actually sitting on support at the 0.5 at 49. And then in terms of the targets on the upside, just keep in mind that Toshi can come back up to 308 and still be bearish. Also keep in mind that the price to beat would be 201 to 2015, because theoretically we can get a bounce that slingshots us back up here. But if we do come back up here and get rejected, then we can come make a lower low and validate a downtrend, because we're making a lower high too. So we need to beat that. Once that breaks, then we can start looking at price discovery and all-time highs. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Is there a first crypto summit? Yeah. No, yeah, it's I read that on Twitter, on X last night. And guys, follow me on X and Instagram, because I post my schedule on there. So I let you guys know when I'm doing update videos and stuff, and then you guys can comment. You guys can comment and let me know what coins you want me to look at for you. So definitely look at that if you guys care, or if not, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, I made Twitter like 3 days ago, so for the very first time. and I saw it on there. So I think that's why we got a nice little bounce on the market. That's super bullish, guys. We're literally get like the Bitcoin's going to be in the White House, and all eyes are going to be on Bitcoin. So that's crazy. That is crazy. All right, let's see. XYO. Taking a look at XYO on the live stream. So we did just do an update video on XYO, but let's take a look at it again. Because we're making our update videos. Yeah, XYO is holding up very well, guys. Like, look, again, a lot of coins are, you know, I wish I could show. Yeah, a lot of coins are down a lot, but XYO, I would go through every single one of these because I'm doing my watch list videos right now, but there's no point. You just gotta take my word for it. Trust me, bro. Yeah, so XYO is doing very good relative to the entire crypto market. We're over the 382 on the macro time frame, so all the upside targets are still validated. And then from the low to the high, you can see we have support at 1 cent, and then on the shorter time frame, we have support at 1 cent. So it would be 1 cent. And then in terms of 1 cent, 10, and 1 cent. So it doesn't necessarily need to come down that low. And given that most likely the RSI is almost extremely oversold. The last time we were here was here, and the price was at 204. So we are making a higher low relative to the RSI, and then the stock RSI is at 0. So again, there's only so much low. Like, it's just a matter of time before we slingshot back up. And what we're hoping for is we're hoping to break resistance and not make a lower high, right? So a lower high means that once we do break, we need to break the 382 at 2 cents, and we need to get back over 27 to 33, because it can still come back up here, right? And then come back down and actually tag to the 1 cent area, and you'd still be making a lower high and a lower low. So we need to break out of here, double top, and then go, and then I think the next target would be the previous all-time high for XYO. But obviously we'll keep monitoring it, and we'll just take it from there. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Let's keep going. Mog, Terra Classic, ouch. Taking a look at Terra Classic Lunk on the live stream. So, I mean, obviously the entire market's not doing good. You know, some coins we're looking at right now, and they're like way up, and some coins are all the way down at the bottom. So for Luna Classic, unfortunately, we are macro bearish because we're under 4073. Okay, so 4073 is macro bearish, and then in terms of support, yeah, I mean, technically we're over 406, but if this breaks, then I'd say the previous low would be the next target. So we do need to get back over 4073. Once that happens, we're probably going to retest the 382, and hopefully break out like we have in the last 3 times. So that would be around 3011. So, but if we can manage to get over, again, we need to go down and we have to basically hold this previous low. Otherwise, we're cooked. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Dang, another super chat. I think 6:30 a.m. on Saturdays is the way to go, because that's crazy. I don't think I haven't received this many super chats in a very long time, and we're bearish. So, dude, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Hood Rich. Thanks, and have a great weekend. You too. I really appreciate that. You have a good weekend too. I hope we make it. I hope, we have a candle close on the 3rd, right? Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, and I hope we make it. Can you talk about SNEC? Can SNEC hit 5 cents this year? That's a really big target. Yeah, so let me look at ApeCoin, and then I'll take a look at SNEC for you. And Hoodrich666, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Taking a look at ApeCoin on the live stream, so nothing has actually changed from our last update video last week. And yeah, let's see. Yeah, so unfortunately, we've been saying this for a year or almost 2 years now. Nothing is bullish until we break the 236, and it's crazy because we attempted to break out, and we actually ended up, consolidating a little bit over it, and then we just got smacked back down. So that's not good. With Ape, if unfortunately, yeah, there's no more support. So it's really simple. 47 cents needs to hold, and then $1.2724 will be retested. So you're going to retest that, and if it doesn't break, you're going to come back down and consolidate for however many long. You really need it to break and it stay over, and then we'll start legging up, and hopefully once we break the 382, we'll be macro bullish. Anyway, that's unfortunately that's all I have. And then in terms of support goes, I guess if we capitulate, you could see the next area of support for ApeCoin is going to be 18 cents. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. LOL, the whole. With that being said, none of this is financial advice, and thank you. Slams desk. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why I say it, because I don't feel like I need to, but a lot of YouTubers do say it. And I think it just like helps in case anybody's like actually going to be like, hey, you told me to buy. And it's like, hey, you came in here and asked me what I thought about your coin, right? Like, you asked me to look at your coin SNEC, and then you're going to say, hey, I told you to buy. Like, hey, just FYI, guys, full disclosure, you could lose all your money. Same with me. I could lose all my money right now. It could go to zero. Bitcoin could go straight to zero, and we could just basically all lose our money. Yeah, let's take a look at SNEC. I'm from Taiwan. Well, welcome. Can SNEC hit 5 cents? I don't know. Let's take a look at it, though. Taking a look at SNEC on the live stream. So, to the gentleman who asked, can SNEC hit 5 cents this year? I don't know about time frames. I can't tell you when and if anything's going to happen. Because if I could, and if I knew, then I would be buying it myself. However, I can look at targets and let you know what targets need to hold. So yeah, so SNEC is oversold, which is good in the long run because, again, last time we were oversold, the price was here, and now the price is here, and then the price is here. So we're making higher lows on the RSI indicator. And then you can see on the stock RSI, it's at 0, so it's completely reset. So we are, we are due for a bounce. So just take that into consideration. Now for SNEC, from the low to the high, the next area that it needs to hold is around 18. We've been saying that for a very long time now. So just keep in mind it's still macro bullish. And then in terms of the shorter time frame goes, we have support at 24, which we didn't even come down. Now it looks like SNEC is putting in a bottom because look at this candle. Like this is yeah, look at this candle. It got bought back up very nicely. So I mean, we're up 16% on that. So it looks like it's bottoming, and if we bottom, just keep in mind that we do need to break 204, and we can't get stuck at 2,058 to 7. And the reason being is because if it does go up that high and we get stuck, we are technically making a lower high and validating this downtrend, right? So imagine it coming up here and then getting rejected, smacked back down. You're validating this downtrend. I do have a target here at 2 cents once it does break out, and then 7 cents. So to the guy who's asking, can it go to 5 cents? Well, let's see what that would do to the market cap. So from the current price to 5 cents is around a 15x. So can SNEC go 15 times? That's a good question. Let's see. SNEC is 200 million market cap, so what is that? 10x would be 2.2 billion, and then 5 times that would be 3 billion. So yeah, so I think 3.2 billion. So yeah, I think that SNEC could hit 5 cents this year or next year, whenever it decides to go in its bull run. I think it could go much higher than that. If you compare SNEC to the market and the competitors, you got to first take Dogecoin at 80 billion, SHIBA INU at 40 billion, what Pepe did, and then just think about it that way. Because if you're thinking about it that way, and can SNEC take a portion of that market share? Well, theoretically, it could also flip those, but that's very bullish, right? So, in the grand scheme of things, when you're comparing it to like SHIBA INU, for example, 5 billion relative to 40 billion at its peak isn't impossible to think. Now, if you're saying SEC to $1, that would be 74 billion. Yeah, that's a little bit harder and a little bit more unrealistic. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would be more conservative and realistic and say, yeah, 2 to 5 cents is still in play as of right now, regardless on how realistic it is. It's still in play right now. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Bam. Alrighty. I've never heard it said in a live stream after every coin. Well, Corian, the reason why is because, and the reason why I make like a couple of dollars each day, like on YouTube, is because I'm actually recording it. So I record these videos that you guys ask me, and I look at the coins as if I'm making these videos, because I'm kind of like doing it so I don't have to do it twice, and I'm kind of taking advantage of the fact that I'm looking at the coin anyway. And then when I'm done with the live stream, I go back and I edit the videos, and then I upload them, and then it gets like 100 views or whatever, and I get a couple of cents on each video. So if you think about it, you know, like every single live stream, after every single live stream, I'm uploading up to like 30 videos. That's around like a couple of dollars that I just get an ad revenue from people just randomly clicking on it. Now, if I was a bigger streamer, sorry, if I was a bigger like YouTuber, like if I had like 50,000 subscribers, maybe I would make a little bit more. Maybe I would make like $10 or $20 a day, which would be great. Like imagine just an extra like $2,000 a month on YouTube. That's crazy. That's what I wish, but I'm small. Like I don't, it's only like a couple, but to me, it's like I'm doing the work anyway. So what's going to change is my subscriber and my viewers. So I'm going to do the same amount of time, but the money is just going to keep going up and up and up. So that's what I'm doing. So let's see. It's your new trademark. Yep. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Sauce, thoughts, and check. What? Sauce, Bobby Bob? Sauce, thoughts, and check. What does that mean? Oh, which coin has a bigger upside, DIA or Stater? Ooh, I saw Stater getting absolutely battered. DIA is pretty good. They're both on Coinbase. Yeah, so I can't really tell. I'll give you an answer, but we can look at both of them for you in a second. Yeah, so thank you. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I hope so. That would be sick. That would be very cool. Oops. Sauce. Okay, I'm assuming it's this saucer swap. Let me know if this is the right coin, and then I'm going to be looking at XCN, Jasmine, and then SHIB, and then DIA, Stater, and Sauce. Okay? And then we'll look at the chat again. Taking a look at XCN on the live stream, so nothing has changed from, I think I made a video last night, but nothing has really changed from it from last night. So we are getting a nice little market bounce though, which is good. So from the high to the low, yeah, so 2 cents 20 is in play, and then 5 cents 60 is in play. We're over the 382, so it's still very macro bullish. I mean, it went up, you know, more than 50x, so congratulations to whoever got on in that trade originally. From the low to the high, you can see we're still over 2.098, so around 1 penny. So it's, again, it's still macro bullish. And then on the shorter time frame, you can see that we do have support here at 1 cent 18. So it's not, it doesn't necessarily have to go down this low, but just remember that this is the next 8 major area of support. Now looking at the RSI and the stock RSI, I mean, yeah, so the stock RSI is completely dead. It's completely at 0 and reset. And then the RSI is close to oversold. And just keep in mind that if we do get a little bit more of a push down, it is going to put it oversold. We're still going to be over major support. And relative to where the price was before, you are still making, you're still making higher lows on the price. You know, higher low and then higher low. So very, very, very bullish on XCN. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Jasmine on the live stream, so nothing has changed from our last video with Jasmine. I mean, Jasmine was holding up exceptionally well, and it still is. You can actually see that it's maintaining a floor. So it's maintaining a floor, and you're making higher highs. So Jasmine is still very bullish in my opinion. We are still over the 382. So as long as we're over the 382, the upside targets are all validated, which would be retesting 29 and retesting 5 cents, so 2 cents 90 and 5 cents. However, just remember that we do have support here. So yeah, so support is at the 382 again. So again, we're over the 382. The next area of support would be in macro resistance between the 236 and 382, and it would need to hold 1 cent 24, so around that area. With that being said, again, nothing has changed. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at SHIBA INU on the live stream. So yeah, let's take a look at SHIBA. Yeah, so from the high to the low with SHIBA INU, we are unfortunately stuck in macro resistance, which does put the target between the 236 and 382. I would say that as long as it stays over 401, you have a shot at a bottom, and 4016 would be in play. Once that breaks, we're attempting to be macro bullish again. And then in terms of support, you can see we have support in resistance at the 618 at 12, which we did hold last time. So we held, we bounced, we came down, wicked under it, bought back up, and now we're retesting it and filling the wick. So again, we have a lot of support, 12, and then 401 needs to hold. And once we break 4016, we can start looking at the upside targets. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at DIA on the live stream. So the gentleman who asked me to look at this coin, we'll see, we'll see the targets and see how high it can go. Yeah, so DIA is attempting to break the bearish price. So we do need to get over 46 cents. If we don't, we are going to be stuck in bearish territory. Although we are making higher lows across the board, and we do still have support. So we have support at 31 cents, and then we have support at 36 cents, which we did actually bounce from, and now we're attempting to break the 236. So if we break the 236, 75 cents is next. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for DIA. No financial advice, just my opinion. Now, what is DIA back up to its all-time high? Okay, it's a 12x back to its all-time high. Let's look at Stater. Taking a look at SD Stater on the live stream, making an update video on it. Yeah, so I mean, Stater has a nice graph. It looks like it's just consolidating for like 2 years now, 3 years now almost. In August, it will be 3 years. So from the high to the low, Stater's performing a little bit better than the previous coins that we looked at because we are over the 236 at 56 cents. And as of right now, 96 cents is in play. Now, we do have support. Yeah, so we did have support at 57 cents, which does coincide with the 236. So again, that's key area. If this breaks, we're probably going to come back down to the lows. Once SD Stater does break the 382, you're looking at, again, retesting the 0.5, which clearly we've been getting stuck at. And the next target would be $2.31. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Yeah, so SD Stater is a 12x backup. Oh man, like they're both the same. So if you're asking me which one's better, I have no idea, but what's outperforming the other one is SD Stater. SD Stater is outperforming DIA. So DIA would be a higher risk, higher reward. No, it wouldn't, because they're both 12x's. So I would say SD Stater. But that's just my opinion, not financial advice. And let's look at this UFO alien saucer swap. Taking a look at saucer swap on the live stream. So let's take a look at this. Let's find the full graph, full chart. Yeah, this thing's doing pretty well. So yeah, so this thing's doing pretty well. We did come down smack against the 382 support. We got a nice little bounce. We're attempting to break out. Now, also from this low to the high, you could see that we did stay over 4 cents. So this is still valid support at around 4 cents. Now, on the macro time frame, UFO saucer swap needs to break 6 cents 60, and it can't get stuck at 8.5 cents to 11 cents. Okay, because if it does, you're gonna get something like this, where you come up, you make a lower high, and you get smacked back down, and you're making a lower low. So although you are still maintaining this uptrend and highly doubt this scenario is in play, just keep in mind we need to break this area, and once that breaks, then I'd say UFO swaps going back up to its all-time high, and then you have it at up to $1 price discovery. So that's what I think about UFO swap. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and thank you. Yeah, and I mean, this is a 40 million market cap, so what is this? Like, what is it to $1? A 20x, let's just say. Yeah, so $1 would be 100 and... Yeah, it would be like 775 million market cap, so very possible for saucer swap. I hope it ends up working out for you. Free lightning for 3. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you want me to look out for you. I have some coins up right now. I'm obviously doing my watch list videos. And thank you so much for the super chat. That's awesome. Delete this. Oh, we gotta do Dogecoin. Taking a look at Dogecoin on the live stream. So let's take a look at this, see how Dogecoin's doing. Yeah, I mean, Dogecoin is attempting to get over the 382, which would still technically make it macro bullish. So as long as it gets over the 382, it's still, I mean, it's still very bullish. And then on the macro time frame, sorry, the 382 would be around 13 cents, so 14 cents. So clearly you can see we actually came back to the 0.5. We got a nice little bounce. So as of right now, 26 cents and 41 cents on the macro time frame are in play. And then keep in mind, in the shorter time frame, it does need to get over 26 cents, and it can't get stuck at 33 cents because technically, even if we do get a move back up here, we can still get rejected, make a lower low, and validate this downtrend that we're in, kind of like what happened last time. So it does, although it does look like 62% capitulation. Last time it was 64%. So hopefully the bottom's in. Now giving a look at the indicators, the RSI is extremely oversold. Last time it was extremely oversold here was back here, and the price was at 6 cents. And the time before that, the price was at 4 cents. So we're still making higher lows on that relative to the RSI. And the stock RSI is completely reset, so it does look like Dogecoin is putting in a bottom. But remember, don't get overly excited. We need to break 26 cents and 33 cents. That means that people might get excited if it comes back up here, and then we could just basically fall off the table again. So just keep that in mind. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Can we look at, can you check Cato? Yeah, the new coin. Okay, we still have all these coins to do. Dang. We have quite a bit of coins to do. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at, okay, can we look at Pepe? I'm just curious about it. Everything else seems pretty self-explanatory. Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you so much for the super chat. Pepe? You want to buy Pepe? Damn. Okay. Taking a look at Pepe on the live stream. Damn, Pepe, like, fell off the table. But Pepe is still macro bullish, right? Yeah, Pepe is still macro bullish. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 504. As long as it stays over 504, it's still macro bullish. On the shorter time frame, we are still over 5064, so that is another area of support. And then you have the support that we're on right now, 75. Yeah, so it's very bullish. And then it would be 6. Yeah, so all of this is so Pepe is still very bullish. And I mean, did it ever hit the 1.6? Yeah, so it did hit the 1.618. So theoretically, it would be eating a 0.1. So you do have a target up here, eating a 0.1. You're still making higher highs and higher lows across the board, so it is still maintaining structure. And then you can see, yeah, we're still holding key levels of support anyway. So it's bullish on the short term and long term. If Pepe is putting in a bottom right now, just keep in mind it does need to break 4012, and it can get stuck at 16 to 21. So just keep in mind that once that does break, and you're, you don't come back up here and make a lower high and come back down, once this area does break, then you're looking at retesting the high and then all-time highs, and then again we do have a target at 301, so just keep that in mind. But it does need to stay over 5063, and worst case scenario it comes down to 504. If this breaks, then I say the top is in, and you're going to get like something like this where it's just the bear market started for Pepe. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and thank you. And then you want me to look at Cato. Taking a look at Cato on the live stream. So this is the coin that just came out. Yeah, I have to do like update. I have to look at it on the hourly. So yeah, so unfortunately, looking at Cato on the hourly, it needs to break over 255. 205 is support, but it needs to break 255 ASAP. Otherwise, we are probably going to come back down. And then you can see, yeah, so that does also coincide with 382 here, 227, 225, 227. So we can't come up and get stuck at the 382, because if we do, then we're still validating this downtrend. Once 227 does break, you're looking at retesting 239, 251. And then once we break 291, you're looking at $3.55, $4.59. But that's all I can tell you about Cato, because again, I'm looking at it on the hourly. And with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. All right, we got to finish up these watch list coins. So we're gonna finish these up, and then that's pretty much it. And then I'll call it the end of the live stream. I don't know how long I've been live, but we got to finish up these videos. So taking a look at Shapeshift Fox on the live stream. Yeah, so unfortunately nothing has really happened. The price really hasn't moved with Shapeshift Fox. From the high to the low, we are still bearish because we're under 4 cents 60. So bearish under 4 cents 60. And then from the low to the high, we still have support here at 2 cents 80. And then on the shorter time frame, I mean, is that it? Yeah. So 2 cents 80 would be the next area of support. If that doesn't hold in bearish territory, just keep in mind the next area of support is 1 cent 60. We don't know how low it's going to go before it reverses. So just keep that in mind. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at GST on the live stream. So Green Satoshi token hasn't really done much, right? No, this is a gamble play. It is yeah, it's like a 100x back up to its all-time high. That's crazy. So from high to low, we've been saying this for the last couple of years. Nothing is bullish until we break 11 cents, 12 cents, which we attempted to, and then we came all the way back down. And then bearish under 4 cents, under 4 cents 10, and then there is no more support. The next support would be this low, so we don't know how low it can go. So 2078. If the bottom falls out, if it breaks down, and then we don't know how low it's going to go. But that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and I'll catch you in the next video. Taking a look at Pangolin on the live stream. So let's see, making the watch list video on the live stream. So from the high to the low, nothing has really changed. 11 cents is still in play. In terms of support on the macro time frame, yeah, we need to get back over 16 cents ASAP, 15, 16 cents. Yeah, so 16 cents ASAP. Otherwise, again, the next area of support would be 11 cents, which is the macro 382. And then in terms of, yeah, and also that is the last line of support because that also does coincide with the 786. So given that this is the bottom, we don't know how low it's going to go, unfortunately. It doesn't necessarily have to come down to 11 cents. Now, keep in mind that it can still come back up to... 22 cents and still be bearish. The price to beat would be 22 cents and then 29 to 36 cents, because it can still come back up here and get rejected, and then you'd be validating this downtrend and you'd be making a lower high. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Bobby Bob, render update, please. Okay. Is the bottom in? We'll look at everything. I don't know. Taking a look at render on the live stream, so let's see if the bottom's in. Looking at the RSI, the stock RSI. Yeah, so the stock RSI is completely oversold, so there's only so much lower we can go. And the stock RSI, although it's not at 0, it has come close. It has basically reset. So we are due for some sort of recovery rally, hopefully. From the high to the low, just keep in mind that although theoretically we would get a recovery rally, it does need to break over 568, meaning it can come back up and get rejected. And then the price to beat would be 793, because it could still come back up to 793 and get rejected, and then you'd be validating this downtrend and making a lower high. Okay. And then on the bigger time frame, I mean, technically on the, hold on. So technically on the macro time frame, I mean, it's still very bullish, right? Yeah, you have support here at $3. It's still bullish. I don't know if it's it doesn't necessarily even have to tag $3.09. So again, you are putting in a bottom right now, and although we will probably get some sort of relief rally, it does need to take us over 564 to 792, because again, although it can come back up this high, you can get rejected to make a lower low and validate this downtrend. Okay. I hope that made sense. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Helium Mobile on the live stream. So I think the bottom, I think the previous low did break. Like our support broke, right? Yeah, so our support broke at 5.7, so we did manage to stay over for a while. The next area of support, unfortunately, for Helium Mobile is 3028. It doesn't have to come down this low, okay? So we don't know how low it's going to go. It doesn't have to come down that low, but that's just the next area of support. Now we are oversold. I mean, it does look very bearish because you're making lower lows relative to the RSI being oversold. The stock RSI is completely reset, so just keep that in mind. And then in terms of price action, it can come back up to 1 cent 30 or 2 zeros 13 and still be get rejected. So the price to beat would be 203 13. Otherwise, we're gonna get something like this and validate this downtrend that we're in, because we're making lower lows across the board. Okay, and then you were making lower highs across the board too. So it does need to break 2 zeros 13. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Polystorm NCT on the live stream. I mean, first of all, NCT is outperforming a lot of different coins. A lot of coins are down here. NCT is still doing very good compared to some other altcoins. We are over the 382, 3 cents, 28, 4 cents, 80, and 8.5 cents are all valid right now. They're all in play. And then it looks like we're establishing a floor right now, right? It literally looks like we're establishing a bottom. So on the macro time frame, technically you're holding the 0.5 support, which is over the 382, which is bullish. And then on a shorter time frame, it's the 618. So you're literally establishing a bottom right now. And although we did get a sell-off, let's look at the RSI and the stock RSI. Yeah, so it looks like it's moving over the average right now. So hopefully we do get something like this where this goes up and it does take us past 8.5 cents and takes us back up to the previous high. That's our best bet. Otherwise, what we don't want to see is it come up and then us getting stuck below this, making a lower high. So we need to break 8 cents, 8.5 cents, because if we don't, we're making a lower high and then we're validating a downtrend that's forming. So kind of like what happened here. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Messier M87 on the live stream. So let's take a look at it. Oops. Yeah, so Messier's doing pretty well. I mean, every single time when we look at this, it's I say the same thing. We're doing exceptionally well. We're over the 382. On the shorter time frame, we're probably over the 236, 382. We are over the 382. So very bullish over 4084. Now it is technically making a lower high, so we do need to get a breakout. And yeah, so we need to break over 3013, which looks like it's in play right now. Once that breaks, you have 3018, and then you have price discovery up to 3052. And then in terms of short term and support, I would say the 382, right? Yeah, as long as it stays over the 382, it's very bullish on the short time frame. So with that being said, let's see what that does to the market cap. Yeah, so that's a 5x target over here to 305. And then, yeah, 5x would put the market cap around like 400 million. So, that's very conservative. It could go even higher than that. But that's my target right now if it does break, because we'll take it target at a time. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Hey guys, it's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with an update video on DOGELON Mars. So, I mean, technically we'll just look at DOGELON here, because we already have a graph. So for DOGELON Mars, yeah, so again, RSI is oversold. It's on the floor right now. Last time it was here, we made we did establish a bottom, and we did get a nice move up from here. Now we are making a higher low on the price relative to the stock to the RSI, and the stock RSI is completely reset. So those are all short-term bullish. From the high to the low, as we said, nothing's bullish until we break 6 zeros 21, 6 zeros 23. And then in terms of support, unfortunately, I don't think we have support. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any more support, so we don't know how low it's going to go. So right now, this previous low is in play. We don't know how low it's going to go. If we do get a nice little reversal that pushes us back over 23, then we have a shot at the bottom. And technically, you'd be maintaining an uptrend. But the problem is that we're in bearish territory right now, so we don't know how low it's going to go. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. Keep in mind, I am doing a DOGELON Mars 1 billion coin giveaway again in March. So stay tuned for that, and I'll give you guys more updates on it. But again, this is going to be my third time doing a 1 billion DOGELON Mars giveaway. And yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video to make that a little bit different. Okay, we got like 4 more coins. Let's see, what about Spot and SwiftCoin saying? Yeah, let's take a look at SwiftCoin. Taking a look at SwiftCoin on the live stream. So nothing has actually happened or changed with SwiftCoin. Let's see. Yeah, from our last video. I think we just made one last night. Yeah, I mean, SwiftCoin is still very, very, very bullish because we're over 1 cent, 1 penny. Yeah, so 209, so basically 1 penny. And then on the shorter time frame, we have a lot of support, right? So we have support here at 1 cent. We have support at 1 cent 20, which we actually did manage to bounce from. So again, very bullish. And then as long as we don't know how low it's going to necessarily go, but looking at the RSI and the stock RSI is on the floor right now, completely reset. So we should theoretically get a nice move up now. And then the RSI relative to where it was before, you're making a higher low on the price. And then my target at 8 cents is still in play for SwiftCoin. So hopefully it hits. Hopefully we make that higher high. But if we do break below 2092, I would say this would be a local top. So just keep that in mind too. So far so good for SwiftCoin. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Alrighty, I got 3 more videos. I'll take a look at a couple more chat requests, and then I have to upload all these videos, and then I have to put them onto the Twitter. Dang, that's a lot of work, but it's okay. Taking a look at Digibytes, making an update video on Digibyte on the live stream for the Digibyte community. Yeah, so unfortunately nothing has happened. I mean, we've been looking at Digibyte for a couple years now. Nothing is bullish until we break 2 cents, which it looks like we've attempted to break out twice, but we didn't. We got rejected. And then it's bearish under 1 cent 20. Now, in bearish territory, I mean, although we did make a lower low in November, a cycle low, which isn't good, we do technically still have support here at the 786 at around 207. If that breaks down, then I'd say 205 needs to hold. Otherwise, you're going to be making a lower low, cycle low, all-time cycle low. Not all-time low, but cycle low. So yeah, that's unfortunately pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and I'll catch you in the next video. Dang. Taking a look at Spell Token on the live stream. So unfortunately, 3095 didn't hold. Same story. You know, we've been looking at this for a very... Oops, what's a good Coinbase? Yeah, we've been looking at this for a couple of years now, unfortunately. Yeah, so 3095, that's the target. And unfortunately, although we attempted to break out twice, we just couldn't get past the 382. So that's not good at all for Spell. Once it breaks 3095 again, then we could say, hey, we have a shot at a bottom. But unfortunately, right now you can see, yeah, I mean, we have 650. We're in bearish territory, so it's very hard to look at support. But in bearish territory, yeah, so we have support here at the 786, which it looks like we did bounce twice from, and then 3055 would be next. Otherwise, we're going to come back down to the all-time lows. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Zebic network on the live stream. So hopefully we're over the 0.5, but we'll take a look at it. Yeah, so this is actually pretty good. It's maintaining structure. So like we said last time, remember we said we got stuck here like once, twice, 3 times, and then we broke out, and now we're retesting it. So that's very bullish in my opinion. As of right now, 2018 and 2023 are in play. And then in terms of support goes, we do have support here at 2013, which actually does coincide with around the 0.5 from all the times we got rejected. And then on the shorter time frame, you can see we actually did bounce from 2014. So far so good for Zebic. Not much new. I mean, what we're waiting for right now is the next leg up. And with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. And with that being said, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. That's all my watch. That's like 30, 40 videos right there. Good morning. Has Zebic been covered? I hope you just saw the video that I just made. Yeah, it is. Zebic is holding up very well. Where is it? Wait, where is Zebic? I just did it. Oh, did I close out of it? I might have closed out of it. Oh, no, it's right here. Yeah, Zebic is holding up extremely well. Can you talk about ADA price prediction? Yes. So I will make a video. I'm going to sign off right now, but I'll make a video for you, and I'll post it with my watch list video. So just keep in mind that, here, I'll pull it up. You know what? Actually, I'll just do it for you, like, honestly. No more super chats, no more coin requests, please. And then I will take a look at ADA for you because you asked. Because you asked nicely, and then you put a... No, it's because you put a heart. That's why. I'm a sucker. Oh, and SPA. Yeah, you know what? I'll look at SPA too. But you didn't put a heart, so I'm just joking. Taking a look at ADA, Cardano, on the live stream. So... yeah, Cardano's doing another coin that's doing exceptionally well. I think we're over the 382, right? Oh, we're holding over 62 cents, so it's still macro bullish. So it needs to stay over. It needs to stay over this level, okay? Because if it doesn't, then it's no longer going to be macro bullish. And then you can see the next area of support would be 55 cents, but it is going to put the target in macro resistance. And I always say macro resistance is 236382, right? So although you can have support in this, or you could have support in bearish territory, this is like a major area of resistance for Cardano. And then you could see last time we came up, we got rejected, and then we came back down. And then when we blew past it, it just blew past it, and now it's retesting it as support. So just keep that in mind too. And on the target, as far as the targets on the way up right now, because we are still technically bullish, 86 cents and retesting $1.15 are in play. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at SPA on the live stream for the gentleman who who did request it and put a bunch of hearts. And let's take a look at SPA, see if anything's happened. Yeah, so SPA's doing exceptionally well too. Again, you're making higher highs across the board. You're maintaining the structure in an uptrend. So I think we're over the 382. Yeah, so we are over the 382. So as of right now, in order for the structure to maintain, you are looking at a target at 4 cents 60, and then 9 cents and a half would be in play. In terms of support goes, I think that also does coincide with. Yeah, so that does coincide with the 382 at 15. However, that will be bearish on the macro time frame, but bullish in the short-term support. Bullish in terms of short-term support. So that is very key level. This is basically a box that needs to hold. I don't know why I'm trying to say it differently. Otherwise, if this doesn't hold, we are probably going to come back down. But we can still come back down, make a higher low, and maintain an uptrend. So just keep that in mind too. But as long as it stays over this box, it's very bullish. 4 cents 60 and the 9 cents 70 are in play for SPA right now. Let's look at the indicators for you guys. Yeah, so the stock RSI you can see is completely reset. It is resetting right now, so the price, you are getting a bounce obviously. And then the RSI, although it's not oversold, relative to where the price was before, you can see that the price is higher, so you're making a higher price relative to the RSI. Even here, like where it was before, you're still making a higher price target. So you have a higher price relative to where the RSI was before. That's what I'm trying to say. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and thank you. All right, guys, with that being said, I need to go edit like 50 videos now. I really appreciate it. I didn't think I was going to get this many. And thank you so much, Free Lightning, for that. Dang, I'm sorry. I just read that. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for coming by. And yeah, thank you so much for coming by to everyone. I really appreciate it. I didn't think I was going to get that many viewers at 6:30 in the morning, but I did, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to upload all these videos in case you guys want to relook at them or whatever. But anyways, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. I will catch you guys in the next live stream. I will be live streaming probably on Monday. I'll post my schedule as I always do. And yeah, just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. Thank you so much and have a great day.